Hello everyone, it is Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and I am back with another cast list analysis video. Big shout out to Rarity Fangirl for sending me this. At the time I am recording this, I don't think Speedroid Knight or Scarlight Cypher have posted this on Tumblr, so there might not be a link in the description at the moment, but if they do post it, I will link it down below. So I'm sure Rarity found it on the Neo Cradle forum, so thanks to her for sending me this. If you do not want any spoilers, click off this video right now. 3, 2, 1... Here it is. I'll read the summary as always, and we'll get into the characters. Yugioh battles against Zark, who is trying to consume him. Meanwhile, Reiji boldly confronts Leo in order to stop his ambition. As the two's respective battles rage on, Yugioh and Yuri confront each other in another place. When the four dragons are summoned to their respective fields, they begin to resonate as if heralding the devil's revival. So the cast is Yuya, Yuto, and Yugioh. Yuzu, Serena, Ruri, Rin, Yusho. The narrator, Reiji, Leo, and extras. And then Rarity commented, what the frick, no Zark or Yuri. And yeah, that's interesting that Yuri is the only bracelet girl and U-boy not to speak. Out of all 8 of them, Yuri is the only one that's not speaking. And the way I see that is, maybe it's a scene where they show Yugioh and Yuri in berserk mode. Maybe they show Yuri grimacing, then they show Yugioh grimacing, but maybe Yugioh mutters the words like, what is this, or what's happening, something along those lines maybe. Or maybe he begins the we will become one chant, something like that. Reira is also not speaking, so, you know, I guess Reira really is going to just be watching from the sidelines. Another thing I want to address, in the 127 cast list, which was the last episode we saw, it was listed that Yuri and Yugioh were both going to speak. Neither of them spoke. And so I reached out to Speedroid because she is very knowledgeable on all this stuff, and I said, you know, is this normal, like that there was an error in the cast list? And she said, it's extremely rare, it's not unheard of. So that kind of sucks because I did think these were foolproof, so you have to take these, I guess, with like a 5% grain of salt. For the most part, I think that's the only real mistake that I've personally seen, and I've been doing these since like 107 or 108, I feel like. So usually they're very, very good, but there was obviously a mistake in 127. There maybe is a mistake in this one where Yuri is going to speak, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to assume that there are mistakes because I don't want to do that. There also have been mistakes, according to Speedroid, where characters do speak and they aren't on the cast list. So that's not unheard of either. So I just wanted to address that these are not 100% set in stone, but usually from my experiences and from her experiences, she said it's extremely rare, and to me that's the only mistake that they've made. So, you know, again, take it with a grain of salt, but don't look too in-depth into it and try to say, well, even though he's not on the cast list, maybe he'll speak, because it's a very, very small chance. This duel is going to be interesting because Reiji, and I guess we'll learn more in 128, it really is going to be Reiji against Leo, I think. That's really who I think is going to be the main duel against. I think Yuya is going to kind of dip out of this duel. I don't know how that's going to work, though, because if he's in the duel when his turn comes, you know, what's going to happen to him, or maybe while he is battling against Zark, which it seems like that's going to be a more inner battle, which I believe was said by one of the members that I had on the podcast, that it wasn't going to be a formal duel, it was going to be an inner battle, and this makes sense because Zark is not listed in the cast list. We don't have Rei either, so that's good. The 4 Bracelet Girls will not be merged in this episode, unless it's at the very end of the episode, and then you see Rei, and that's that. Based on this, it looks like 130 is going to be when the real Yuri and Yugioh duel starts, so this could be the last episode of Leo versus Reiji and Yuya. And I'd love to hear what you guys have to say down below. I'd love to hear your predictions. I don't know what's going to happen. I just have a feeling that either Zark is going to come and maybe rip everything, destroy everything, or Leo is going to get maybe the better of Reiji. I really don't know what's going to happen. There was another mini summary that came out that said as Reiji is overwhelmed by Leo. It was something along those lines. So Leo is obviously going to give Reiji all he can handle, which is saying a lot considering how good of a duelist Reiji is. So I cannot wait for this episode. I can't wait for 128 later tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will talk to you guys in the comments below. I can't wait to hear your opinion on this. Why is Yuri maybe not talking? Do you think my idea of maybe just showing them very quickly could be correct? Or do you have maybe a different idea on why that's the case? Also, no Edo or Kaido. We know they're going to be in 130 as well. No Jack on Genzaga. Who knows where all those characters are, honestly, at this point. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day.